snack. Me and you gonna have a little chat about books. Hi guys, so it is Monday and it's Monday the 25th of August today, and I just found out like in the early hours of this morning that there is actually a readathon which is happening this week, and that's really good because I really wanted to participate in a readathon and I haven't for a little while, and the booktubeathon didn't go my way exactly. I didn't do massively well, so I really wanted to find one, and when I found it this morning I was like, yes, I want to take part in this, and that's the Catch Up Readathon, which is being organised by the Book People. I will put a link to their channel down below so you guys can go and check that out, and if you would like to participate then you've still got time, it's still the first day, so feel free to join in. I'm sure it would be loads of fun to see what you guys are reading, and if any of you are taking part then leave me links to your videos or leave me comments saying what you're reading. I'd love to see what everyone's reading because it's so cool to all be taking part at the same time. So there are actually 4 different challenges which make up the Catch Up Readathon, and they are: day number 1, Monday, is to read the book that has been on your shelf for the longest time. Now, I have loads of books that have been on my shelf for a very long time, but I think the longest one out of all of them is probably 1984, which is by George Orwell. I've had this on my shelf for about 6 years, I believe, a very long time, and it's really, really short, so I have no idea why I haven't got to it beforehand. But I haven't ever read this and I really want to because I know so many people love it, and it's definitely one that I've been meaning to get around to for a very long time. So at last I am going to get to it this week. I'm determined. I have actually started it and I am really enjoying it so far. I'm not very far through, but I started it this morning as soon as I found out about the readathon. So I'm really hoping that this one will get done today. It's about 330 pages. It's not too long, so hopefully I can read this all in one day. We shall see. The next challenge, day number 2, Tuesday, is a book that you have been given or that you have borrowed but you haven't got around to reading yet. Now, I was actually given this by my uncle for my birthday last year and I haven't got around to reading it, and it's almost my birthday this year because my birthday's in September, so I feel bad that I haven't read it yet even though it was a year ago, and that is Survivor by Chuck Palahniuk, and I really want to read this. I've heard a lot of good things about Chuck Palahniuk and I know that a lot of his works are really interesting and that a lot of people really like this author, so I really want to give them a go and find out if I also like it, and I've heard that Survivor's a pretty good one. I think it's to do with sort of cults and a crash of an aeroplane and things like that, so it sounds really interesting. It just sounds like it'll be really different to a lot of the stuff that I usually read, so I'm really interested in picking this up. And again, this one isn't too long. I don't know how many pages there are in this because the page numbers are all messed up and really strange, and I've just looked at it and it's very, very weird, so I couldn't tell you exactly how many pages. I would guess around 300 from the size of it, but yeah, it's quite short, so hopefully I'll be able to get to this fairly soon and maybe read it all in a day. Wish me luck. Wednesday, day 3, is to read a book that you have started but have not finished. That doesn't necessarily mean that you didn't like the book and you put it down, it just means a book that you kind of got distracted by other books and never actually finished reading. And for me, I decided that I was going to go with The Fellowship of the Ring, which I have been trying all month to read, but I keep getting distracted by other books just because I'm more into them and I really want to just read them and find out what happens in them. And I kind of know the story of this even though I don't remember all of it. I've seen the film, so I know at least the main parts of the story. I am really enjoying this. It's just one of those books I keep getting distracted from, and so I do want to pick this up. I'm really interested in it and I am enjoying it, so hopefully I'll be able to read at least a bit more of this. I've only got about 200 pages left, so it shouldn't take me that long if I can actually get around to it. So hopefully I'll be able to finish this up, or at least get a lot further through this so that I can finish this in this month. The challenge for day number 4 on Thursday is to read the longest book on your shelf. Now, I really struggled with this because I have a lot of books that are incredibly long. I have a lot of books that are around 800 to 1,000 pages, and I have so many books on my TBR shelf that I could not actually go through every single book and try and check them all against one another, so I just chose 2 really long books, and I'm not sure which of these I'm actually going to pick up. I'm definitely not going to finish these in a day. There is no way that that will ever happen, but I am going to attempt to read at least a bit of one or other of them and we'll see which one I end up picking up. So the first one I have is Lord of Chaos, which is book number 6 in the Wheel of Time. This one has 1035 pages, so it's a humongous book, and the writing is absolutely tiny, so it's definitely a big read. I am actually currently reading this. I am about 150 pages of the way through, and I'm listening to this as an audiobook, so I definitely want to continue on with this. I doubt I will get this done this month. It's highly unlikely. But I am really enjoying it, and I'm certain that I will be reading more of this as the month goes on, if not in this week. So that's one option for that day. And then the other option that I have for that day is 800 pages, and that is A Cavern of Black Ice, book number 1, Sword of Shadows, and this is by J.V. Jones. I have not read any of these books before. I don't really know anything about J.V. Jones at all. I haven't heard much about this series in general. However, I did find these at really cheap prices, and I found the third one and then bought the first and second so that I could continue on with the series. So I am really excited about this, even though I really don't know anything about it at all. But I love a good fantasy series that I can sink my teeth into, and I'm sure that this is going to be an interesting one, and hopefully it's going to be a really good one and a fun one as well. So yeah, this is the other option that I have for that day of really long book reading. So I'm not sure which out of these two I will actually end up getting to. However, I'm sure I will get to one or other of them and read at least a little bit of them. I am going to be fairly busy on Thursday and probably on Friday as well, but hopefully I will get around to one or other of these. And then the final 3 days of the readathon, because it does actually go from Monday to Sunday, the challenge is just to read as much as you possibly can. So I am going to be reading hopefully more of those 2 really long books, but also Warbreaker I'm currently reading and I'm really enjoying, so hopefully I will be able to get a lot further through this. I'm only 46 pages of the way through at the moment, but I'm really enjoying this. I love a good Brandon Sanderson book, as you all know, so hopefully I'll be able to get to this and read a lot further of the way through. And then also, as a kind of backup, I have 2 other books that I would love to get to. I have no idea if I'll be able to. Battle Royale, which is by Koshin Takami. I recently hauled this and a lot of you guys said it was amazing, so I'm really inspired to pick this up very, very soon, as so many of you love it. Again, this one's a long one. It's over 600 pages, so it will take me a while if I do end up reading this, but I am really interested by it, and I hope that I'll be able to, at least if not in this week, then next week perhaps start this and see what it's all about, because it sounds so intriguing and so many of you love it, and I really, really want to find out why. And then I have a shorter series that I would love to get to as well, and that is The Assassin's Curse and The Pirate's Wish by Cassandra Rose Clare. These are both quite short, so I thought I'd throw them in there to have some shorter books to read alongside the longer ones at the end of the week that I'll be picking up. And I really love the idea that these are about pirates, so hopefully I'll be able to get to them because they sound really, really cool. Bit of a crazy haul, a bit of a crazy week, and it's going to be really fun to participate. I would love to know what you guys are reading. I would love to know if you are making videos. I'm going to try my best to make a quick daily update at the end of each day to let you guys know how my reading progress is going, because I absolutely love chatting to you guys and making videos, so if I can, then I will do my best to film at least a little update each day and hopefully post it the day after so that you guys can see. But yeah, we'll see how it goes. So I wish you all good luck if you are taking part. It's just going to be so much fun to read with everyone again and just be part of a readathon. I love it. So thank you guys for watching. Let me know your comments down below, and I will see you all very soon in my next video. Bye! Me and you gonna have a little chat about the